Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Some half and halves. So, looking up some things. I should be on the coast in a day or two, or a few, I should say. Never know. I am fixing to tie up some clousers and stoked to get some bucktail out. And one of the things I couldn't figure, so the razors, I have the razors, but I can't really figure out a comfortable way to hold them yet to do the hair stacking. So I've been, don't want to blind you, just kind of avoiding that. But then I saw a Ty Splice video where he was using just scissors. However, my scissors could never. These Hobby Lobby, they're great. They're like $5, absolutely great. Seamstress scissors, just not serrated, which I didn't know that existed until tonight. And these are serrated, so these won't slip around. And I was wondering where this looked familiar, this tension kind of thing on hair cutting scissors. And probably on some of my sewing scissors, but yeah, that's really fantastic. This is what I usually use to cut like long feathers, like if I was trying to do one of these things with the marabou especially. But these, yeah, they're serrated and very pointy. I'm trying very hard not to drop them off the desk because it's solid concrete down here. I've broken a lot of things in here. And most of my bodkins points are a little bent. I need to find a mat to put around the desk for that reason. But let me pick this up a little more. I'm also trying to figure out the absolute necessities because I'm not going to have the most room, and I don't know how often I'm going to even be able to make it to this spot, so I want to kind of bring what I could like take with me. So I'm looking up some, I think Fat Fingered Fly Tire has one. I just have some step-by-step imagery in front of me, I'll be totally honest. I just sometimes forget the most. That's really nice too, because the bunny fur soaks up so much water. Nice. I feel like I could cast it really well. The double bunny streamer looks really nice, but let me get to the clouds. And then for some of these bait fish that have this nice short and stout hook, I want to just write down those. Hey, I can finally make some crazy Charlies. I have mono. I tried to use some like sewing thread. I didn't. Every time I breathed, it would instantly come unfurled. But with the more appropriate monofilament, like that, you can see the color through it. Alright, so I got clouser minnow on Fat Fingered Fly Tire just to have it nice and right there. I'm also going to try to mess with some of these eyes. I have some these. They came with a shirt and they're just replacement sequins, and I'm thinking of putting a drop of resin on the ends of these dumbbells and throwing hair in my face, throwing a black pupil afterwards. Maybe not. I didn't look at them before I planned this. Because it is a dome, so I'm gonna have to dig out some like sequins that have that shape, because then they'll fit onto like contact lenses. So I'm gonna make a small guy first. Use up some of these rogue hooks on the desk. And since I'm still I lost my cork. Okay, I think I kind of want to just use this real quick. Oh, here's the mono. That's what I try to use. Maybe for really large stuff, but ooh, has a life of its own. It's actually alive. And this, I don't know why, it's just a pretty one. It looks like it was varnished. I can't imagine it was. I show this all the time, but I have to show it more. These are my favorite. I've never had to use one, but you put them in a light socket, and then you can still put a light in this one, or a light bulb, but you got your those, and why won't you get in there? Well, yeah, you could, you know, this, and this is an old one. That's just like little things like that. Don't know where to put it. From one desk to another. I tried to make a bubble wand, but I need to make the spring a little smaller. Some lands on their point. Yeah. Oh, Michael Shaw, I know. That's one of my biggest fears. Biggest fear. That's why I have them on a tray now, because these, I just, put them in a thing like that, but they weren't all too, their points don't feel very fine. Oh. That leather comes in really a lot of handy. Yeah, there's the wax. I use wax a lot for necklaces and stuff. It just makes the cord feel a little stronger, especially passing through beads. And I didn't really think to use it in this situation. I don't know why. Because it adds tack. I have wax, but so I have this candle's also for, as you can see, multi-purpose. Yeah, there's my bag clip. This thing I've used probably 100 times, and every time I flatten it, it goes perfect again. I could wrap it really easily to hold a bunch of stuff back. Screwdriver. Let's see. Oh no, what did you do? Very nice. Very nice, Kelly. Anywho, Yeah, so this will make me feel a lot better. Nothing will possibly roll off. And needed a little carry around box anyway. And I put most of the tools up. I'm probably just going to keep these things out. Which this would a trip and a treat. That took took 3 tools off the table. I replaced it with just one. And the comb I use an absolute ton. And especially using yarn and stuff. And scissors. This is for some strings that are like too, I don't know, frizzly, so can still get it through the bodkin. And this little hook thing I use for dubbing. I always regret not having it, so now I just keep it in there. And some little hemostats, but with some space holding feathers. I got some necklaces I'm making. Oh, and then hair stacker. I'm trying to get a shorter one, but I think I'm gonna try to make it with brass casings. And then this bottle, I think I'm just gonna finally toss. Unless there's something I could put in it. I know a lot of there's a lot of stuff like that in nail art. I see it passing. Alright. So, not too sure as far as colors, but I think I'm gonna do more of the chartreuse and pink, because that seems like it was. And if I have black pupil, I want to put the barred on this side. I can't remember if I have it in yellow. Okay, let me just move a little. I had to try to cover the hole a little bit. I was losing too much. Try to push this in a little more. Alright. And, well, I'm gonna keep the blue on it. Maybe do the bottoms dark. Maybe chartreuse and pink, like probably yellow. Not too sure about this one. Doesn't seem like too much is on the spool. It's waxed. That's for sure. Oh, that's really thin. I'm not really sure what this stuff is. I believe it's Danville's. I think it's wax. It looks wax. I'll just color it. I do like tan too. Neutral. I really want to get orange and a light pink and like a chartreuse and like 6/0, I believe, would be fine. Because I do have some really beautiful salty chartreuse. However, it is thick, and I got it when I didn't have too much of an understanding on how the sizes of thread worked. So I'm just going to get this in here and zoom right in. This thread is super poofy. But I like it, the scraps I save because they, you can felt with them. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Wonderful. Salmon Bobo making a Clouser minnow. Right now, I really want to fill my toolbox up a little more, or tackle box rather, up a little more, because right now I just have a load of amalgamations, because I am in learning mode too, so I do want to, like, fuck around and find out as much as possible. As in, like, make as many mess ups and, like, stuff like that, you know. Because then I know. And, like, every time I go to pack my tackle box, I'm like, So, really need more weight. Where am I going? Too far. So I should read the steps out. And again, this is on fat fingered fly tire, Clouser minnow. Step 1, create a thread base extending along the front of the hook. Step 2, tie in a dumbbell eye along the top of the hook shank. Need one of those. Probably in between. These might be too small. Yeah, I wish I could get a ton of these. I found a listing where it's like $1.80 a bag. And that was the most affordable I was able to find thus far. So let me zoom in. Oh, weird. Yeah. I need to see more people's desks, to be honest. I wish. So, I might want to get pegboard. I have a tiny piece of pegboard back there. Maybe that. Because I don't want to put tools in cups. So I'm going to use these ones for now. Also try to remember to put them this way. Got that Coca-Cola action. Oh. That's wild. It's serrated. Serrated scissors. Hell yeah, Kelly, right on. It's a park. Hey, any excuse is a good excuse for tying flies, in my opinion, but go off, girl. But wait, let me take a screenshot. Cause that's like the reason, man. Like, why? Don't need no excuse, bro. I mean, I don't need an excuse. I'm fucking hungry. So, and I don't really make a lot of crafts anymore, but got a lot of craft supplies, so gotta use them for something. So I also gotta find an excuse to use them for. something crafty or wearable. I see, this is one thing though that trips me up, is that slide. So, I don't have any glue yet. Well, just the head cement, which is fine, but this really grabs it. I'm guessing you're a female though, Kelly. I'm curious, because I always like get just like, I don't know. Like, even in like crafting and stuff, I noticed it hardcore. It's okay. This thread is that stuff that comes in a kit. It's a little dry, but dang it, it came with a lot of really beautiful colors. As long as I'm careful. It's really, this is going to be pretty sparse. I don't want it to move. Okay. I mean, it's fine. I'm a only child. There's like, if only you knew how much, I don't know. I find great entertainment in just about everything. We're all spinning on a volatile planet, hurling through a void, so, you know. And it's not many things I agree with my dad on, but there's certainly one, and there is always a dick in the crowd. Always. And it's better to be pissed off than it is to be pissed on, but, you know, I'm a Floridian, so, you know, unless you're into that kind of thing, or you got stung by a man-o-war. So, I did not. Really, really stoked to open this every time I do. Just a big old pile of little chunks, you know? Little chunks of bucktail, but pretty, vibrant, juicy. Hey, chicken on biscuits! Hey! No worries there. I appreciate that. I'm more than happy to ship any out. I'm gonna be making a ton of them. I plan on not bringing much this first go at the camper, so really I just have exactly what I need to only make those. And these ones will be from blue heron shells, and which if y'all, anybody ever, including y'all's extended family, is ever in Palm Beach County, tell them to take a dip under Blue Heron Bridge. I'm born and raised Palm Beach County, and it took me like 30 years to do so. I have wasted my entire life. That's how beautiful it is. It's impactful, right? It's reef fish that you get to see in like 3 feet of water. It doesn't matter if there's massive rip currents out there. You still gotta be careful, it's still the ocean, but it's in a almost like a cove of perfect. The tide though is you gotta be careful, and you know when that tide switches, it gets brown quick, doo-doo brown, if you will. To quote the great Two Life Crew. I really appreciate that chicken and biscuit. Hopefully within the next few days I'll be back in Lake Worth. Codes on at a camper. And okay. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Hot damn. I haven't used these at all. I just organized my desk not too well, but well enough. Let's see. Oops. Well, that was quick. Y'all, I'm not exaggerating when I say that like Tesla, and I don't mean to associate like the auto manufacturing, like the Nikola variety. That was butter. I thought I was gonna get a nice slow snip, but no, it was butter. It was silent. Get some of this. I appreciate, I appreciate it more than y'all could possibly know, but I do not know how someone could sleep to this. I would just be like like um I really appreciate that beyond belief. It's just a trip to hear um those scissors that just made dust. Like I was I was hardly even I thought I found like a hack because of seamstress scissors or hair cutting scissors. So clever. No. Wow, that's clean. Yeah, I'm not gonna have to use the the thing. See the channel I fall asleep to? Well, I guess it's obvious. The She Ties Flies channel. I wish they would make a art gallery opening. Cause you know how people like buy tickets to see shows? I would pay tickets to see her flies in person. But the ASMR man, it works on me. I turn into a baby in a thunderstorm. Like I probably make this sound often. Absolute madness. So the craziest ties I've ever seen now. So what's up now? Why is this? Yeah, I don't know. But I think that's the only ASMR fly tying channel that I know of. Guess I haven't really searched for it. But pretty much only watch fly tying channels now. And like other like trying to watch more history, especially local history, because more and more is being made. And Florida kind of is in a rebirth right now. So a lot of archaeology, a lot of like just history. Walgreens even putting out new books, all right? Like they have a book that I need yesterday. They put out a book about Zora Neale Hurston and like her life in Florida, which I need that more than I need to breathe. And then a book on just the food of Florida was the other one I want. But they're $20 for these tiny books. So I try to get them online. I'll be real. There's another one. Yeah, I think that's the only. I really like the man, I gotta look up Stan's flies. I gotta put him on my well, I gotta ask if that's okay. Damn. How? Wait, is that it? No, that's not it. Where's? Oh man. I think he took down his channel or something. Whoa. Whoa, what is that? That mainly flies brook trout fly. The dots along the edge are hard to identify. Like what material that would be. No. Ah. Stands fly. Stands flies. Where's your videos? Did he take off his flies? Man. Well, it's some of the coolest flies. And oh, trucks. Man, I really, wow. Holy sharks, I really appreciate that, Chicken Biscuits. My grandfather made his own freshwater flies after Korean War, and my grandfather after World War II. Ooh, wow. Wow. It's such a skill that I do regret not getting into it sooner. The value of, I mean, I was reading through the comments on the Ties Flies stream, and Rome, they were tying red yarn, like red wool and hackle feathers. It's just crazy because, like, I grew up saltwater fishing with squid. So, in my mind, if I didn't have a sabiki or squid, I, I had to work really hard because as far as the treble hooks, oh, why am I not doing? I've been really out of it these last few weeks. I haven't got back to the swing of things. But I'm gonna go in with this tail. It's much longer. There's this nice little pleasure center here that the fibers are just the absolute longest. On the entire, this tail anyway. The white one, yeah. I like the differences in each one. Oh my god, it's butter. When I first ordered a bucktail as well, because the reviews, which I already knew that everything's gonna have variations because they're natural materials. But it was just hilarious to see some looked like it was from like a Bamboo I'll be reading the reviews. But I like that, got a big juicy one. And this is gonna be good for the swamp fish. That perfect odd orangey green, that Florida well water brassiness. Okay. Man. I don't know where everyone's getting this long bucktail from. Two hook lengths. Is there... Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just really pay attention to lengths of bucktail. I didn't really know that. Or think about that. I mean, marabou, pretty much get them as... Yeah, but all different sizes. But I'm just not too familiar with, because I have been kind of like just acquiring some vibrant colors mode. I swim a lot. We're in the areas that plan on fishing these or whatever. I come to learn to tie, I should say. Shoot, I keep doing that, and I should be kicked in the shins. What? I might use the mono next time, because so maybe I could do the body like surf candy. Fuck, I'm scared. Here, I'm just gonna make the leap, because if I keep doing my wrapping, I'm just gonna screw myself. Okay. I just needed that to not stick up so much. Oh, it's so good. What a good experience that is. Egg slips right in there. They're not heavy, so they're not sliding around your hand either. Because I used to use older scissors, and they were heavier, man. They would slide all over my hand. I gotta ask Code if the... Y'all gotta excuse my ignorance on quite a few things, but I don't really care. I like what I like. And, pretty much it. So I'm trying to figure out how to play Resurgence, because I like the mini games on Modern Warfare 2 and 3, and not taking how slow the parachute is, but never mind. I just realized I forgot that I just cut it and then keep deploying it. Anyway, next complaint. I freaking suck. It is so fast, but that's what I wanted. The mini games are good. I like it. 5 minutes, you're like in for a mental treat, like to wake up a little bit throughout the day. Like a crossword puzzle, but a little more interactive. I'm never sure where to best put this without bending anything. I do have my eyes on a Renzetti Traveler on eBay. There's a few of them used, right-handed ones, which I'm glad I didn't really think about that. Because I love this vise, but it is getting to the point that I kind of, I don't get too excited about these. Oh my gosh. Like, when I try to do little scrimps, because I do try, like, wrapping, I usually will tie, I could grab them in the living room, I'll tie on, like, wire and stuff, and, but I think just not being able to turn it, I think I'm ready for that experience. Maybe even if I just cinder blocked it, if I put this on a cinder block, so then I could put said cinder block anywhere, it's really just not the space, I think, also. Interesting. This shrimp ate. I'm not swimming with content. They're mating now. So So you might not want to swim with them just yet, but in a few months, you know. I really want to see one at the springs, but I'll choke on water giggling because I love gators, and when they're floating and they just have their arms like that, it's one of the cutest things. Oh, lion and a wolf, bear, lion, oh wow, bear, lion, and wolf. Are you like on the African continent or the Arabian Peninsula? Pretty sweet. Ah! Pretty sweet. I like the, yeah, these were $1.82 per bag. I think it came out 10 or something in a bag. eBay. Man, I'm so glad I can't see this room. It's just not at all straight. I just wish it was more possible to have donkey and wagon, you know? No driver's license, no insurance that I know of. Plenty of room. More room than a trunk. Shit. Whole wagon. Could definitely put a kitchen in it. Maybe some shock absorption. I do got, well, gosh. Oh. Sometimes I forget I'm an orphan now. An elderly orphan. This is insensitive. I shall return. monitor. It's so quiet. I really have to go to the store, but it is pitch out there. No street lights. Oh, hey, Ron. Did I see Ron? Oh, she missed. Man, Michael, I'm not sure if you're still here, but I really appreciate that. I have been tying through some strange chaos, and not only has it been like I guess like some sort of solace, but eradicates like the fear of the future, I guess, because you know, between all the change and like, technocratic like future, which you know, I'm not gonna get myself into a tizzy over anything, but I'm aware that every era has its differences, and definitely in the middle of a era change. Like, I always thought how crazy it must have been when steam engines rolled out. Like, towns went from, I can't imagine. Like, the data center is gonna be going everywhere, and I mean, there's like positives to everything too, of course. Like, perhaps maybe less people will be lost at sea. Perhaps endless archaeological discoveries are on their way. Just put a little bit of where is it. So while I'm going back up, the tinsel. So just a small amount of this, and it makes that flash just like the bait fish do. Looks like glitter. Just them turning back and forth down there. I might as well just tuck the rest of that in, mustn't waste. Okay, making a quick fly, take an eternity. butter. Oops. Oh. Didn't mean to pull that. Oh jeez, that's the longest nose I've ever had. Let's squeegee some of this in here. I might add a little something, some extra, maybe. Hmm. That's, yeah, Crocs are far more dangerous. We have been seeing more, well, not in my area directly, I'm not sure, but definitely down south more and more. So maybe, me keep some glasses and then do the same color combination, but I think I want to add some lead. I'm not sure if that'll make it. I'm not sure if that'll be too heavy or if it'll sink too quickly. But I'm just now kind of realizing that bucktail doesn't hold a lot of water, so it doesn't hold a lot of weight for casting with the bait caster or spinning reel. What a goofy head, old belly. Aggressive nature means the gator is more likely to attack your pet dog. The croc hits you. Yeah, electric clouds. It has that little few strands of holographic hair tinsel with the crystal flash. Oh, it looks so nice. It blows my mind how much it looks like scales, especially when it's wet. The eyes on the clouds or minnow gives the fly an action with the hook point up, so not only a better hookup, far less likely to snag, oh yeah, snag a rock or other submerged debris. Many see them as the perfect bait fish. Yeah, anything hook point up, I'm really wanting to give a go, because I want to, the reason why I've been trying to set up camps and stuff is, I mean, you can't fish in an hour to begin with, but I also got a freaking pile of these beautiful bar sturge to start giving goes to try to figure out what, I'm able to fish with currently, like able to present in a manner that leads to a hookup, I guess, I should say. Because as for now, besides the worm, haven't really had like multiple hours in one go. I finally made it. I wish they got a picture, because no one tried to wake me up or anything, but I fell asleep with the rod in my hands, and the line was out. No one woke me up or anything. But man, if that didn't feel poetic as heck waking up. Thankful. I didn't have my rod with me anyway. I just had this little fold-up thing. Usually strapped on my backpack nowadays. And I still also want to try some polymer clay. I got a bunch of polymer clay, and all I made was this cinema roll. For mental health reasons. Thing is cute. It's scientific or something. I don't know. Sanrio is one of the most impressive companies. But I want to pull out the others. I've been trying to pack, but it's not going well because I don't know what the hell is going on. So I'm really excited for this guy. I've been wanting to use these goggle eyes. I used to see them on lures when I was a kid, a lot. And I see them in fly patterns. Where are my little clouders go? These I still gotta work on, but that was that last one. Using, see the bucktail, so sparse, a little too sparse. It was like a skeletal, and when it was wet, it just kind of like got weird. So went behind that bucktail and palmered in a marabou feather, and it at least like added some fat content, some nutrients. What are these things? might have packed them. No. Did I? Oh shoot. Well, they're in the car. Let me just grab them real quick, because I didn't know they were in the car. It gets like to 157 degrees. Right there. So this, I don't have a tackle box anymore, but I have a tackle food grade bucket. This is in case a current sweeps a human being away and they happen to be like 10 feet away from it. I don't mean to laugh, but for real, that's why I made this. At Blue Heron, the current, when it switches, people get stuck under the bridge, and the lifeguard usually has to come and like just pull them around the corner. Nothing too big. So you just kind of go in a circle. Thankfully there's people everywhere. So this is for, I believe, a bass buoy. Man's buoy. Hey, it's for man. Human. And I threw a not a very sharp weight, but just so I could throw it a little farther. And this is because I'm not sure if this is poly rope, but it doesn't float anymore. It's very old, but it's very strong, and that's why this. Let me grab one or something. And I actually think Code had to grab it to use it, so it has technically been used. And this has everything. If I have a belt, I'm able to wear it, but usually I don't. And this goes like that. And voila. And then this, I just keep it with like bare minimum. Because I do use bait out there still too. So, yeah, there they are. Guess could stand some reorganizing anyway. I think, yeah. I want to make more of these. Like, as simple as can be. Shimano, I believe. But a decent size one. I want to make more. And these, I haven't got to test them yet. So there's some in here. Just craft for bait fish. Oh, thanks. But got a bite instantly on the first sabiki I ever made, so that yeah, I'll be there soon as I physically get there, it's going to be difficult to physically leave. My dad lived under the bridge, why can't I? Camera. So, business shots. Oh yeah, see, these are the scissors. Serrated. Serrated scissor party, if you will. And hair clip. Very, very important, or else I will be rendered blind. I will be rendered blind and very upset. Gosh. Like, I'm pretty, I'm a pretty chill person in my humble opinion. But I have cussed out my own hair before, so I don't know how chill that makes me. But like anybody with like long hair, yeah, like if your hair tie breaks on a windy day and it's just like, that's why I can't cut my hair short, because I have to be able to tie it in a knot if I need to. So probably, yeah. And it's finally growing again because the well water, I didn't realize how damaging it was. It was really bad. But I don't use it anymore. I use like rainwater, bottled water, rice water, some rosemary, and rice water. Rice and rose. I don't know which one I said before, but alright, let me get on this. Very sleek guy. And yeah, so I wasn't sure. Is there a material that's meant to slow down in water? Like has more resistance? Maybe marabou has that quality to it. Because I was thinking, I want to add more weight to it for castability. I don't have one of those water bubbles. I could probably get one there. But I can't find them at top ends. I suppose I should ask. But Carolina rig was the other method I seen being deployed for these guys. But I'm gonna make a larger one. So some hooks. And I'm not sure if I want to use these or probably use these. The shank is just a hair shorter. The shank is just a hair shorter. Oh, it's getting hot back here. Here, let me make sure the AC is on. He's doing that. Those are nice. Hello, Vesupradon. I only seen American Crocs in Florida. Spot murder movie. Let's see what that is. Oh, the AC turned on. I was hoping that it's Lakewood Beach shoreline. What would fly? Somebody needs to go to like a fishing pier and fly fish and like stream it. Like, maybe even don't put a hook on it and just like to get people's reactions. water. Okay, yeah. So is that for bass? Oh, hot spot. Oh, okay. Buoy. Marker. Yeah, because it came with a big ol' pyramid sinker. Had it here for the longest time. Yeah. I love watching them because, I mean, a lot of times be fishing or swimming, but then last year I started bouncing between the both pretty hard and swimming with the stuff just to see what it does, like up close. It's also a little nearsighted, so like looking through the water, I can see like the flash and everything. But man, seeing this hit the sand and just perfectly stay there is really neat, just like how it's written. And it's pretty much all I've used the sabikis and then Jupiter rigs with squid, and that's how I learned from my dad. And I didn't know they were called Jupiter rigs until recently. Just was scrolling and happened to see it in an article, a picture of it on an article. And 2 years ago, there were between 3 and 5 confirmed sightings. 3 adults, 2 juveniles, and everybody's, yeah. So pretty soon, that Nile Canal, or the canal I call the Nile, might actually become the Nile. Loads of. I haven't seen the gators though. I was messing around with the worm a little bit, but mainly to make noise out there. 'Cause unfortunately, I was waiting for a package today, and when there's mail, like when the tracking number says out for delivery, well, so is my focus. It's out for delivery. I become dog and I stare out window. These are really nice. Not just, it feels magnetic, like that feels magnetic. Over there. I need to put a blanket down, like a quilt, something with some shock absorption. Pretty good wet dreams. How's your night going? Um, I wonder also what kind of paint is the best for pupils so I can get red, white, and black. Or red, yellow, white, and black. I did find the powder paints, Amazon, 3 jars for $30, which I'm liable to give that a go because the reviews weren't bad, and as just looking for stuff that doesn't put a huge dent in my fridge, because also very hungry. But hopefully gonna be getting back in the swing of things, because I just spent too long in the middle of nowhere without a car. Lost everything. But hey, grew some plants. I just took life a little too unserious for a little too long, and reaping the benefits of doing so. No, but Very excited to get some work down there. Volunteer work too. Hey! I keep doing that. I just need... I wish if you could see how I'm sitting. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I think I'm just gonna stand from now. Like every item besides my clothes is in here at once, and I really cannot breathe in here. And so I'm just trying to find a workspace now, because I gotta focus, man. Because my soul is dying. Oh yeah. No, it's good. Still had to glue this in anyways. I'm gonna use this for the GS Hypo Cement. My bottle broke, but sorry. It's the only bottle that's ever broke. And for something so fragile, that always impressed me in itself. And I've gone through about 100 of these bottles, maybe not that much, but as soon as I run out or it gets dried or starts to, I instantly get more because I cannot live without that stuff. I like E6000 just fine, but that just seems to... I mean, I'm usually using it for really small things anyway. If I needed to glue something big, I would probably go for something else, but I live very far from my beloved glue factory, so unfortunately I don't really know anybody who's really into like documenting the local small businesses. Trying to find someone. Gotta get out there. Alright. So I think I'm gonna do pink on the bottom. I believe that's what I meant to do, maybe. Yeah, if anybody knows a good spot for like, I mean, eBay's pretty solid, but for bucktail, I got a decent amount of marabou, but if I can make everybody in the planet Earth a jig, that'd be pretty tight too, but I just want to bulk up, really, especially with bucktail. This is probably one of the most utilitarian materials I've ever worked with or owned in my entire life. And I love this stuff. And I know a lot of people who hunt venison. I just, gosh, gotta hide in their trunk or something. The scalpel. For the skin of the buck deers. Sorry. I live next to hunting grounds currently, so I did try to find the gut piles. However, well, didn't have much luck there. This gonna work. Hmm. Tweezers. Just there's a bunch. These are real nice. Oh, let me get some glue on there. Oh. Oh, my bad. Quick tip. When the thread snaps like that, grab the tag with the hacker. Yeah. Very smart. I need to keep that in that basket too. Oh, if I needed that just now, I would have cried. I think the only reason we didn't that glue was able to tack it. But yeah, no, that hackle. I snap a lot of thread. I will be, I'll be honest there. I snap a lot of thread. To be fair, mostly the kit threads, um, they're thick. Maybe that gives me like a false sense of confidence, and then as soon as I get cozy, I pull a little too hard, and it snaps. I remember the first time that happened, freaked out a little bit, like not totally panicked or anything like that, because then instantly remembered how like customizable every movement and aspect is. Oh, I need to do just focus on the others. And I'm definitely gonna be getting to that GSB. Now I keep hearing. I mean, I did hear it everywhere. I wasn't too sure. I wasn't sure because some things like people carry and it's like, you know, a rare thing like in this part of the world, so it's a big deal. But yeah, I've heard it before mentioned, but I didn't really correlate it with it. Then I was watching Savage Flies reviews, a review on the tools. Utilitarians. Yeah, I like that. That is so sick. Utilitarian is probably one of my favorite words of all time. It just describes the stuff that, you know, I mean, even a dress with pockets I consider utilitarian, to be fair. Man, life can be brutal. I have a friend that, well, I didn't say that. That reminds me. Just, you know. I feel like Florida also is known for having a certain, you know, I guess GTA 6 is gonna be based in here. It's honestly about time. Miami was like born for that. Yeah, everyone goes to Miami for different reasons. I really like walking around and the food. Glue. pencil. Which I have to find the kit that I saw on a short. It was perfect. It was in like a suitcase kind of setup, and looked a lot more manageable than I just got. Really the cheapest and quickest shipping available, because not in Kansas out here, so not. I hate to complain about that, but y'all, fishing out of water, I guess, is the best saying. Just never was able to adapt. And if you don't adapt, you die. Jeez, I gotta drink coffee or something. Alright. Any vets here? Ooh! Ow. Oh wow, that was playing mad tricks on my eyes. Pure mad. Yep. Got calluses on my fingers, so I gotta be careful. Started playing the guitar again. Not very much. Gotta learn more chords. I usually just mess around on it anyway. More like a hand fidget or something. Oh. Go back. Like a little bird. Wait, that's a different song. Since this is just for me, if anybody ever so wanted one, I'm more than happy to ship you anything. Ain't nothing, but I'm not gonna glue this, right? This, since it's just for me, I will be. But if I were to gift or like anything like that, I would glue the heck out of it. Or like cement it in there nice. Make it pretty. Dear Lord. So my shirt chase is a little short. But I'm gonna keep it at that. 4 I think is good for this color combination. And like these little thin darty ones. Just one larger one. And got three little darts for Lake Worth Beach if I can make this week work out. Gonna have to start hitchhiking again. Jesus. Let me get some of this in here. Really far out. I'm really far out. A distance that's just only technically still in the same county. Yeah, the kids. Oh, that's fun. Hey David, aloha, evening. Yep, some thread smooths the tie, other thread is more dry over. Thread rolls off the bottom bit. Yeah, I have a few spools like that. Runaway spools. And yeah, that gosh, it looks like I don't know. When I see people talking about that, it looks so buttery and thick that it looks like computer or something. I like a silky. I have that ultra thread. That's like kind of like reminds me of like in video, like that super smooth. That's the only smooth stuff that I have really. That's like that, and I like I guess buttery. Oh, it's mad thick. And sometimes I have a little difficulty keeping my body smooth, so I, try to not use those. Holy crap! I am going. It's really hot back here. It's probably like 92 degrees. Wee. No. Psst. Oh, the door cracked. But yeah, so good for those. The sandworm. That is. I'm trying to find ways to articulate things that I have. I think the only way I can use that braided stuff for jewelry is if I like tie it back, like really fold the tails in, because it is really thin and really strong. It might just pull out. But what is in that? Yeah. Oh boy. It's not so much I'm afraid of the shirt ripping, it's the sound. His paws make the scratchiest sound. No. No, no, church. Home. Home. He scared himself at the shells. He loves chairs. Like, really loves chairs. And he'll jump up and down. Never seen a dog so easy to please. You just like, just give him permission to sit in a chair, and he's got himself occupied for a good while. And yeah, but oh my god, his paws are so big, and the pads of his paws make the scratchiest sounds. And big old. But anywho, well, yeah, he does. Yes, he was a rescue. Must have pulled my hair when I was walking around out there. He was a rescue. My dad's like friend had him, but he had uh, his. Okay, so Church is his name, and like he was raised in a house with a raccoon, and so I feel like he grew up very open-minded, exposed to a lot of different cultures. She had cats and stuff like that too. I guess she had like a little rescue, and then found homes for. But yeah, and I watched that back, and man, he was like the saddest 1930s cartoon I've ever seen. Like 1920s, 30s era cartoons, and it like a cartoon. But one of the just very interesting dog. All dogs are, but like very interesting. And it has huge paws. So silly looking. Looks like a gremlin. I love him. It looks like because he has also got an underbite, which Blue had an underbite. So it's pretty. He's the most Blue-like dog possible, really, excluding for the fact he smells like sewage. 24/7. No amount of baths. There. He smells like sewage. But very, very adorable sewage. Yes. Just like, you know, you find beauty, like the woman who paints with mold. Beautiful. Beautiful masterpieces. That's Church for you. A beautiful masterpiece created out of mold spores. No, I'm just kidding. I love that dog. But yeah, male dog dander, maybe his fur type, I don't know. Produces a lot of oils, and it's very but anywho, I'm like you could pat him a few times, and you're gonna want to wash your hands. That's all I'm saying. Like it's like a it's adorable sewage would be a good band name. If Knight Rider does, I meant to look that up 2 seconds ago. That sounds familiar. Oh, okay, that did sound. I'm glad I looked it up. David Hasselhoff. That is sci-fi. I don't. I don't remember anything excluding the imagery. What's the other rider? I think a Midnight Rider. That's like this song. No. Castles in the Sky. No. a COD playlist. And kindly remember, I ain't trying to be shit. I just like the game a little too much. Probably stirs some nausea in some, but again, I have made a playlist that I think is pretty dang good for quick games. Can't seem to get the praise that I was expecting. Just kidding. But I got good playlists that for like gameplay, I guess. I'm not a gamer, but I really do like being able to play at least one more game, and I'm more than happy to try other ones that are cross-console, or if you're on PS4, because Code's let me use his, and I've been using it for the last few years. I thought I was just gonna fart around on Assassin's Creed Origins for a little bit, and it wasn't a little bit. I only made it, it wasn't like halfway. I think I finally opened it again and it said like 42%, but I was blasting through it. I just liked walking around really, but then it got lonely. And you can only pile so many like Roman bots. I already unlocked the map. That was pretty much what I really wanted to play, which that was really fun because it just involved a lot of sneaking around because I didn't have the best aim anyway. Just mash buttons. But I wanted something cross-console that had a little more chaos to it, as in like, you know, people raging out and you could hear it, but it's been dead silent. I guess I didn't check to see if the audio was on for Resurgence because the quick games have been dead silent, but which sucks. I quite liked being verbally berated when I was simply just trying to strategize. Norman Greenbaum, Spirit in the Sky. Alright, that was in a movie. But, you know, people say, I'm sure people have gotten, like, you know, crazy things said to them. But, man, everyone's talking shit to everyone just because, like, I don't know. I never take it that seriously. It added to it. And it's just sit in silence. Now I listen to music. I don't even, like, have the mic on or anything. What's the point? Can't rage out. There's very few avenues in this lady's life for rage. That's why I had to go and make rage baits, which is a quick reminder. If anybody has a small business or even an AC repair, it doesn't matter. I have a local or a small and local business directory on my site, and I hate calling it my site because it's just going to be kind of like a fishing blog, and any fly tires, more than happy to have like galleries of, that would be really sweet, and like eventually, like if you get like regional, and it'd be sweet to make like a map or something, and like click a state, and then, but Code is a software developer, so that like interactive maps I think would be really cool for a lot of different things, including Kento. Like I'm a big fan of interactive maps. Doesn't matter what they're for. The Spring, an interactive map of Florida Springs. Good stuff. I had no idea. But anyway, 1:44. So I'm not at all sure what tomorrow looks like. I keep packing and repacking almost obsessively, but and I just so at Kozo I'm currently, and but if I ask he doesn't know either. So I don't know what to pack for. I don't know anything. I hate it. But as long as I could get to the coast and just finally exist, it'd be real good. And say that just to get out there. I mean, yeah. I mean, I could point there's not even street lights, so it's been it's really difficult. Like finally having a plan, but like physically being just like situated too far to even reach anything, and for anyone to come out here, because I tried having many cookouts and everything falls apart at the last minute because it's like, no, it's actually a little far. And it's like, oh, I don't know. Well, I didn't think about that. And but the mulberry trees are beautiful. I just yeah, real in my mind. If anybody else is looking for an apartment now, cheers to you. That is no joke. Gone are the days you walk down the street. But just waiting now. I just need to store some stuff, and then events, which I'm really excited for that because if I could get it, I'm thinking about trying to get a weather cube instead of a vending tent, and that way for rain and wind and all that, but especially for winds, because how sick would it be to have a fly tying table just out? Because yeah, I'd have some flies out, like, but I really gotta get pointing at. I forgot I boxed it all up. I really gotta get rid of this vintage clothing, like freaking collection hoard that I have, and like a bunch of like costume jewelry and sterling and stuff like that. That I'm trying to keep it all consolidated. Like, look at this, 1908. Well, it's probably 1990s lipstick case. Someone needs this, I'm sure. I don't want it to get damaged. There's not a single bead missing. I'm responsible for this now. I hate it. I love it. I really do. But it is nerve-wracking. And I choose to leave this part of my life behind. That's for sure. Not collecting. I will always collect, but I do collect. I don't buy specifically for resale, but I will pick stuff up to resell. If that makes sense. Like that's within reach. And if I physically can't walk away from it, because then in my mind, like, oh well, it's almost like I'm renting it, because I'll list it and it will sell, so it'll be. The logic of someone with too much alone time and could get, but I feel like everyone has that logic that like you can't, no disrespect, girl, but your eyebrows. Thank you. I mean, I don't really know what to do with them. I just let them exist. A long time ago, my friend plucked my eyebrows in the early 2000s, and yeah, well, that's the last time that like they were messed up. But, yeah, which I actually don't mind. She messed them up so bad. I will be totally honest. I had a straight up unibrow when I was a kid, but not anymore. This vanished in the most traumatizing way possible. Oh my gosh, like I have pictures. I will share them. I mean, I don't have them near me, but I have them on my Facebook. And yeah, I did that. Well, I didn't do that. That was, yeah. You know, A Simple Life was on airing on television back then, so it was my older cousin. Yeah. But I don't know. Like the like I don't know, y'all. I think I'm just tired at this point, and like caught up in my own thoughts that it's just like whatever. But anywho, I'm going to scale and like coffee in a solo cup because most of the coffee cups I'm trying to consolidate everything. And yeah, a lot of moving bits. Like tomorrow, hopefully, I'm gonna get back on in here because I have to get that last piece of furniture out of there, and then start working in like the garage, which is where my box of soft plastics broke. So I'm bound to find a ton of melted worms in there, and see if there's any other like missing like little tidbits I could be using, because that's where I had the big old pile of stuff for a few years while I was planning stuff and not really thinking of anything else. And thankfully, a lot of it was absolutely fine, regardless of the heat. Oh my God, you said it. Well, Doran Martell. This is how they appeared on my face. I'm not doing shit about it, so like don't let them impregnate you, for fuck's sake. But anywho, on that note, I'm gonna go. Me and my sperm brows or whatever, my vagina eyes. I will. I don't know, but I hopefully it will have a semblance of like what the week is gonna look like, cause right now, just have one thing on my mind, and that's that like 20-foot stretch of beach, and that allows for oh, just very stoked on that. The only thing is I probably should get there early because it is that time of year where it is pretty packed, and you know, I sometimes don't see people where I am, and I will get very into my own little world, and sometimes that leads to running into a person, which ain't bad, you know. Oh, sorry, but accidentally hooking someone is a huge and I feel valid fear of mine, and I never want that to happen. I think that's what. But I oh, this just reminds me. But yeah, take 21. It's I honestly expect more of it, which like those like restaurants you pay to be, or like a Call of Duty lobby, which I understand that's an outdated reference because they're dead silent now. But I expect more of that, but just I'm not wishing that upon myself by any means. I'm not that. I get sadistic and masochistic mixed up all the time, but I'm not I'm not one of those. Not either of those. No. um, I'm just sitting behind my desk rambling in a room that used for, messing around with stuff. Option howdy, I am prepping to fish as much as I can. I've usually out here in the canal, But the gators are mating, and again, I get really into my own little world, so I don't want to get accidentally bit by no gator because I wasn't paying attention one bit. It would probably happen on stream, that's for sure, unfortunately. But yeah, haven't seen them the last few days, so maybe they moved on or did what they had to do. Said 3 to 6 months, but that's probably for the mating season as a whole, not like each individual mating pair. Hey. Oh, I saw a message get retracted. Thank I okay, what? That's funny. Bumper logic indeed. Strange addictions. If like see, I don't know. I guess I was raised by someone who like has never said a nice thing like in their lives. I'm assuming based on observation and a lot of experience. So it's pretty like I don't know. Gives you thick skin, I guess. But also, you know, there's also the thing that the lady just like didn't like my eyebrows. Like, I get that. I don't care, but I like it's not. I get it. Like we all have preferences, and some people are just very overt with, you know. I've seen this. You see it everywhere. Like the supermodel could walk down the street and be like, you know, like something. You know, like that's where it's America. Like that's like a lot of vanity-based things. You know what I mean? Like choices and appearance, and you could have a lot of I think like attention set on that. And each feature has almost become a choice because everything is so like mess withable. But to be totally honest, if I yeah, I want to learn how to do makeup and stuff like that, but excluding like red lipstick and some like I don't know, like can dancer blush. I, I will look like I don't know. I always feel like I look like I drank like 2 bottles of wine or something if I try to do anything more than that. So like I drank 2 bottles of wine and I'm trying to conceal it. But to be fair, everybody has preferences. And they could be scrolling like looking for a stream to like zone out into, and they're just like, not this one. You know. Anywho, I will end on that note, and obviously no hard feelings during mortality. Was that an I? I'm sorry, I'm a little nearsighted and this phone isn't on. Yeah, it really is pain in like I love clothes and stuff like that, and I did try to get into designing and stuff and making clothes and that thing, but I don't know. It's just like it's like highly controlled freedom or something. I don't know. I just never had the confidence to even like show my stuff. It's just really intense, you know, like kind of hiding in the corner anyway. So I don't mind. The only reason why I started streaming, which I'm brutally grateful that I did, is because living out in the middle of nowhere was just immensely isolating. And you know, crafty lady, I like people, places, and things just fine, but a little hermity. But that's why I started streaming, because after this pandemic, it's just like, whoa, social creatures, you know, don't want to cause like damage by not staying social, and yeah. But also, I can't spell. Are you a woman? Doran? Never seen the name, so I don't really know what the sex is or gender, whatever. But I mean, let me think. But you're hoping for some form of response, or else you wouldn't be hitting enter. You just scroll to the next, like, little weirdo behind your screen. Like, I watch a lot of streams after mine, and, you know, we're all just kind of existing from the looks of it. So, it's obviously there's some form of mission at hand. And, I'm not sure what that is, other than, like, I don't know, like, what kind of stuff do I watch? Now, a lot of fly tying stuff. They never get old. And, kind of, I don't know. But yeah, I just kind of like regular stuff. Don't watch the news right now, just for a little bit. Only local news. Man, it's like if you don't know about it, you can't take a lie detector on it or something. That's just, I feel like there's a little bit of a shift. Like people, like, I mean, not people. So stupid generalizing, but like there's like that summer kind of calm coming. Maybe that's it. But what is that? I wanna know. Definitely on them antidepressants. No, but I mean, I guess watch the weather. That's about all. Yeah, yeah. Adventures of YouTube. I feel like a smurf at times. Mhm. Yeah, I like that. There's like a bunch of like random. Is what SSRI? SSRI? Social Security? What? Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, I was thinking SSI. In the middle of big life changes, y'all, so please do excuse my, well, you don't gotta do anything. But if you had a message to the world, what would it be? I mean, don't be a dick, like Doran Martell here, but other than that, like, just have fun. Just kidding. probably lay into your interests, whatever things that you find yourself naturally interested in, lay into those. And that's probably about it. That and eat what your body needs. Even if that's chicken thighs and potatoes and beans. Fuel. Fuel that sticks. But oh man, like a damn child, no? 26 months ago. Girl, I'm an old lady. What are you on about? Like, I don't know what the connection is. Or like what substrate you're latching onto is keeping you around, but special. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm a little underslept and I drink a little much coffee and I just tore apart my room, so it's an absolute mess around me. Social security. Wait, what does the I stand for? Socially secure inadequately. But anyway, I'm gonna skedaddle, and thank you to all of our vets and all of our active servicemen and blue collar human beings and like firefighters and policemen and shit, fishermen and shit. Like, it'd be redundant to name everyone, but pretty much everyone. Y'all pretty chill. And it is not lost upon me. God damn. It'd be really sick to make union barbecues. See, I was a little spoiled. My uncle repaired ACs, okay? That means we went to the union barbecue every year. That was the highlight of my year during childhood. Tables and tables full of just good food, like beef and corn, and like they'd have raffles for all kinds of stuff, boats and shotguns. It was very, very I guess now you would just say like very American Florida union barbecue. Pipe Fitters Union put it together with the bank. Don't remember too much other than the food, but man, I always wish like more people did that for like various causes and stuff, because it is also a really great tool for fundraising. Which, speaking of, in my description there is a page for an artist. He's in Haiti, Port-au-Prince, but I think he was able to leave. But just awareness, like, and following brings awareness, and just trying to get as many followers as possible. I've been following him for, gosh, probably like 8 years now, maybe not that long. But anyway, had a big old school, art school, teaching painting and wood carving, and then the earthquake absolutely destroyed it. Then after that, the political uprising, and the well, is that the right? It's intense. But anywho, have a beautiful Dr. Wild. She can't be married. Well, pretty. I don't know. I'm on the internet a lot, like a lot. So, according to the internet, I'm dead already. So, like, I'm just living my life. That's I'm happy to be here, and yeah. So, thank God. been waiting for this moment my whole life, and could finally wander. Because then, never mind. I was just like, okay, bye. The trails, like gills on a can. Yeah, if anybody has a, what's it called, a channel, or they make anything, they have an industry, whether it be like blue collar or software developing, code as a software developer, if that is your realm, might be interested in some of the projects he's got going on, and a bunch of stuff like that. But I gotta fix the lighting here too, but you could see a little bit. Oop. So that was my like last minute light from Cub. See, they didn't have the brightest light. But you know, it's old. It's a nice clamp light. But nonetheless, oh, I guess this would help. Oh, so much brighter. For some reason, I don't know what happens to light. Every time I turn lights on, it seems like it just gets absorbed. I don't know what's doing it, but I wanted to paint these walls white, which still might do that, but okay. Anyway, happy trails. What kind of music I like? I will answer that real quick because I just saw that. Pin back a lot. I like all music though, all genres, eras, and people have tried in the past to be like, yeah, you like everything, but do you like this? And unless it's like, I don't know, some like brand new top 40 song that I don't know, just it sounds like an advertisement or something. But those are really catchy too. I guess I'm not. Excuse me. I guess I'm just not like bugged by too much music, but the stuff that I listen to, I guess, is really specific. But I'll listen to anything. God, I wish I could answer a question. Just Jesus Christ. Pinback is, I really like them, and Elliott Smith. The Smiths. Pretty much anything that makes you uncomfortable with thought and your own thoughts. No, I'm just playing. I just like lyrics. Mason Jennings, yeah. Uh, Boston. Boston Self-Titled is probably the greatest album of all time. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I'm trying to reel my mind. But if you, I do have some playlists that I don't really put too much thought into them, but that's what I kind of throw on or out and about. I don't have a Spotify or anything like that. I just have. But